Of my YouTube channel. I am extremely happy to meet you in yet another video, Success to Gate Control Systems Module 14. In this video, I have covered gate exam question papers pertaining to frequency response analysis. So I have taken questions from electrical engineering, electronics engineering, chemical engineering and instrumentation engineering. Let me move straight away to the problem. Problem number 1, it is taken from GATE 2018 Chemical Engineering, question number 44. Consider the following transfer function G of S they have given, where the natural period of oscillation is in minutes. The amplitude ratio at a frequency of 0.5 radian per minute is dash rounded off to second decimal place. So, the question asks this amplitude ratio. Amplitude ratio is nothing but the transfer function, sinusoidal transfer function, the gain of the sinusoidal transfer function at a particular frequency. So this is the transfer function. When we want to write the sinusoidal transfer function, we have to put S is equal to j omega. So g of j omega equal to 3 by 1 plus j phi omega whole square. So 3 by 1 plus j phi omega whole square. Therefore, when we write the amplitude ratio as the gain amplitude, for 3 it is 3, it is 1 plus j phi omega. 1 plus j phi omega means square root of 1 plus phi omega whole square. Since it is square, yet another square root. Otherwise, we can simply write 1 plus phi omega whole square in single bracket. That is 3 by 1 plus 25 omega square. Now we are asked to find out this amplitude at a frequency of 0.5 radian per minute. Normally, we will be asked to do it in radians per second, but they have asked it radian per minute. Anyway, that is not a problem. Whatever they have asked, we will answer. So we have to substitute omega as 0.5. Substitute omega as 0.5. Then we will get the amplitude ratio as 0.41. So here, there's nothing wrong. We have to put one bracket. This is that bracket. Yeah. So if we substitute and simplify, we'll get amplitude ratio as 0.41 rounded off to second decimal place. That is why I have rounded off to second decimal place. Let us move on to the second problem. So it is GATE 2020 electrical engineering question number 41. A stable real linear time invariant system with single pole at P has transfer function h of s equal to s square plus 100 by s minus p with a DC gain of 5. The smallest positive frequency in radian per second at unity gain is closest to, they have given 4 options. Anyway, they are asking uh, for unity gain, what is the smallest frequency? But they have not given the pole, but DC gain is given. So this is in sinusoidal transfer function, h of j omega equal to 100. This is j omega whole square, so minus omega square. This is s minus p, so minus p plus j omega. So when we write the amplitude of the gain, so 100 minus omega square, this is minus p plus j omega, so square root of p square plus omega square. They have given DC gain as 5. DC gain means omega equal to 0 because DC means time period infinity or frequency 0. So substitute omega as 0. So 100 minus 0 square divided by square root of p square plus 0 square equal to 5 given. That is 100 is equal to, so when we cross multiply 5 into root of p square. So 100 is equal to 5 into p, or p is equal to 20. So let us substitute p is equal to 20 here. That is here. That is when we substitute p is equal to 20, the gain is 100 minus omega square by root of 20 square plus omega square. But the question is, what is the frequency at which the gain is 1? Therefore, we have to equate the same gain expression to 1, but we know the value of p. Therefore, it is just a problem on a quadratic equation. That's all. Anyway, here we get fourth degree equation. So you square on both sides. Before that cross multiply 100 minus omega square equal to root of 20 square plus omega square. So if we square on both sides, 100 minus omega square whole square equal to 20 square plus omega square. So this side square root will go. So if we square this a minus b whole square form, a square minus b square plus, sorry, a square plus b square a square plus b square minus 2ab. So a minus b whole square is a square plus b square minus 2ab. So a square means we will get 10,000. So here we have 20 square 400. At 400 when we operate here it becomes 9,600. So this is omega power 4 when we square. So 2ab means we will get 200 omega square. Here one minus omega square. So minus 200 minus 201 omega square. So if we solve this by putting omega square equal to x, so x square minus 201 x plus 9600 equal to 0. So if you get x, that is omega square, that we square root, we will get 8.84 radian per second. Therefore, option A is falling into this particular answer. So option A is correct. Next problem. So it is taken from GATE 2020 Electronics Engineering question number 49. A system with the transfer function g of s equal to 1 by s plus 1 into s plus a greater than 0, is subjected to an input 5 cos 3t. The steady state output of the system is 1 by root 10 cos of 3t minus 1.892. The value of a is dash. So they have given the input, they have given the output, but a is not given. A they are asking. Here again same idea, amplitude of the gain, modulus of g of j omega is nothing but, so 1 by root of 1 plus omega square, root of a square plus omega square. Same thing. We know the input is cos 3t, so substitute omega as 3. So 1 by root of 1 plus 3 square, root of 3 square plus a square. So 1 by root 10, root of 9 plus a square. Now the steady state output, this is the magnitude, this is the cos. Okay, so this is the magnitude. Therefore, this amplitude of gain multiplied by the input magnitude phi is equal to output, because output by input is gain. Therefore, output is gain multiplied by input. So, gain multiplied by input is 1 by root 10, that is given. 1 by root 10, 1 by root 10, they will cancel each other. So, phi by root of 9 plus a square equal to 1. So, phi equal to root of 9 plus a square. So, if you square on both sides, 20 phi equal to 9 plus a square. So, a square equal to 16. So, value of a is 4. So, therefore, we have to have 4. That's all. Even we can cross check the angle. Phase shift we can find out. Minus tan inverse of omega minus tan inverse of omega by a. So you can substitute a and keep the calculator in radians mode. You will definitely get this minus 1.892. So that is left to the learners as an exercise to cross check. Next question, GATE 2020 Instrumentation Engineering question number 14. The closed loop transfer function of a control system is 1 by s plus 1. So for the input, so they have given the input r of t is equal to sin t. The steady state response c of t is dash. So here the gain, that is the transfer function, magnitude is 1 by root of, this is 1 plus j omega, root of 1 plus omega square. So we know sin t, so sin omega t, therefore omega is 1. So 1 by root of 1 plus 1 square, so 1 by root 2. Then phase shift, if you find out, minus, this is 1 angle 0, this is 1 plus j omega, so minus tan inverse of omega. So at omega equal to 1 minus tan inverse of 1 minus pi by 4. So radians, because the options are given in radians only as far as angle is concerned. So 1 by root 2 is the magnitude of the output, phase shift is minus pi by 4. So 1 by root 2, so input is sin t, therefore output is also sin, but because of this phase shift, the steady state output will be lagging behind the input by pi by 4. So sin of t minus pi by 4. So option D is correct. So the basic problem in all these 4 problems are basic problems, fundamental problems in frequency response analysis. Last question in this module. Input is given. The corresponding steady state output they have given. Now, what is the phase angle they are asking? Again, same problem, same approach. First you write sinusoidal transfer function form. Now they are asking the angle. So phase shift is what? Sin omega t, sin of omega t plus 5. So omega is 1. So phase shift. So minus 1 plus j omega means, the point is in the second quadrant. Therefore, whatever angle we calculate, tan inverse of omega by 1 you do without minus sign. Then subtract from 180. That is the rule. So 180 minus tan inverse of omega. 1 plus j omega, if you find the angle, just tan inverse of omega. Since it is in the denominator, subtract. That's all. So 180 minus tan inverse of omega is 1. So tan inverse of 1 minus tan inverse of 1. So tan inverse of 1 is 45. So 180 minus 45 minus 45 is 90 degree. Therefore, phase when restricted to this range is 90 degree. That's also anything between 0 and 360 degrees 90 degree. So if you see all the problems, problem 5, problem 4, problem 3, problem 2, problem 1, all these problems, we put S is equal to j omega, we find the magnitude, angle, and whatever conditions are given, we are just using the conditions to find out the unknowns or to find out whatever is asked in the problem. So again, I have not used any new formula or new expression or new concept. So whatever I have already explained in control system lecture series only I have done. So for the benefit of the learners, I have written all these problems if we want to learn this pakka. So control systems lecture series, lecture 12, correlation of time and frequency domain specifications. Anyway, we have not related time and frequency domain specifications here. However, it is introduction to frequency response analysis. So that is also coming in that particular title only, introduction to frequency response analysis. That is why I have given the same title. So URL of the video is given. So I hope I have made justice in explaining all the problems in the same style that I have been following throughout my YouTube lectures. So I have never used any new formula, new expression, new concept. Whatever I have already explained in the regular lecture, that only I have used. So my impression is the learners need not prepare separately for GATE examination. Once they prepare the lecture series confidently, understand, then these problems they can just do just like a cakewalk. So if you have doubts even after seeing all this, so please post your queries or feedback to this mail ID and this number you can WhatsApp. So I want you to share my lectures, videos, all that with the learning community. So I also want you to subscribe the videos. So I thank you very much for viewing this video with a lot of patience. So I'll meet you in yet another video, the same types of problems, but from some other GATE question purpose. So till then, goodbye. Thank you.